we're here before the episode starts to have a pre-show plug.
Oh.
And we want to remind you all, you can sign up and support the show on our Patreon. That's patreon.com/candyisdandy. So on the $1 level, you get absolutely nothing except the satisfaction.
And our love and appreciation. You get that too for $1. That's all
for $1.
Just $1.
I mean, that's all
We're
it's
a
worth.
cheap date.
We are.
At the $3 level, you will get a hand-drawn picture of you or your pet or whoever you want, your greatest enemy, as your favorite candy or whatever candy you want them to be by our resident artist, Kevin Smith, not that one, made just for you. So the reason we're asking this is because we have big plans of growing Candy is Dandy, but we need financial support to do so.
Yeah.
So we're asking all of you, all 4 of you, to help grow the show to upwards of 6 listeners.
Yeah.
And that means 2 of you have to have babies.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like $12 a month right there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you know what we
That's
could do with
nice.
Let me think of all the things we can do with $12 a month in the year 2024.
We could subscribe to other podcasts with that money.
That's our big plan to grow this. We're going to subscribe to the Last Podcast on the Left Patreon with that money and hope that they say our names.
Is a listener able to give a custom amount, or is it only 1 or 2? Did we pigeonhole the listener?
You could actually go to on the website, which I think is lameeklypodcast.com/candyisdandy. You can do a one-time donation on
Only one time?
it's lameekly.com/candyisdandy/pigeonhole. So it's just a one-time donation for whatever you want. But if you do give $7, just a one-time thing, you will still get that drawing from Kevin Smith.
Wow.
So that's patreon.com/candyisdandy. You can help support the show and help us grow. And now it's time for the show.
I'm a wolf now.
It's August.
Whew, it's August.
It feels like August. I can't stop sweating.
I know. It's hot and you have a medical condition.
It's hot because I have a medical condition. I've got sun syndrome. I've got abandoned sun syndrome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been complimenting your glaze all day. You're finely glazed like a turkey.
Yeah,
like
you're glistening,
You're
dude.
glistening.
Well, I put the glaze on to try to seal in the sweat, but the sweat burst through and I can't stop sweating. Which is the candy we've picked today Greg picked. It's a little bit of a controversial one because of the weather, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's not really chocolate season.
It's not.
As we learned a few weeks ago, it is cake season.
And the bakery's open.
The bakery is spread open. Cakes are butts, remember?
Cakes and butts.
I was asking Melissa about that last night.
That's right. I was like, what are you boys talking about?
And she said, you were the one that was on board with it. And I was the one who
butts.
I had no idea. And Melissa was like, I've heard it in songs. I've never heard anyone actually refer in real life to a cake as a butt or a butt as a cake. I don't know what. Wait.
I'm Prometheus.
Yeah, you are Prometheus. You stole the butt from the gods?
Yeah, I stole butt from the song. I stole cake from the song and I've given it to the masses.
You've stolen butt from the Lamb of God, which is a band. I think you would know Beto. You know scary music.
Yeah, there you go.
Scary music.
You once listened to a band that had a pig as the lead singer.
Oh, yeah, that is...
Is that a Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Yeah, it was Jabberjaw's new band.
Damn, I forgot the name of that band. Now I have to look
Pig
it up.
of God.
Yeah.
It's probably just like the Squealers.
Yeah. Is it ham-hocked?
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
It's real, though.
It is real.
Hamma, like ABBA?
Wow, it's a whole genre.
Really? Pig singing is a genre?
Animal-fronted metal bands.
Oh my God.
The list is very long.
There's Hate Beak.
That's gotta be it.
African Grey.
Okay.
Parrot.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
There's Canonus, fronted by pit bulls.
whoa. Wait, not the Miami-based DJ Pitbull.
He's part of the band.
Yeah.
Is he a subgenre?
Yeah.
Pitbull and isn't there another rapper who has an animal name?
Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg. That's the one. Oh, who's Nate Dogg's friend?
I really like this one. Cat Terra,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
nice.
Fronted by street cats, not domesticated street.
Street
Wow.
cats.
I'm surprised they were able to sign them.
I know.
No one ties them down.
They must be in their last life.
Pug Topsy by a pug.
Well, okay. Oh, I get it.
Oh, wow. This one's really nice. Insect grinder.
Whoa.
Crickets.
Crickets.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's not as aggressive as a gray hawk or whatever
Yeah.
was
No.
the first one.
Boar glue. Guinea pigs.
Well, this is the Animal Fronted Review podcast named Candy is...
Candy is insect grinder.
So this is Candy is Dandy, the Animal Review podcast, and this is Daniel, soon to be replaced by a prepubescent dolphin, Zaffron.
This is Beto, soon to be replaced by a 3-headed dog. Sistos.
Yeah.
This is Greg, dead possum by the side of the road. Gonzalez.
You can hear
Yeah.
when they put the microphone next to it, you can hear he's still shrieking.
Yeah, it's the sound of decay, but faster.
Wow. That's a good name.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
is
good.
That is a really good
Yeah.
name. Wait, but who fronts that? It's a different roadkill every album. Decay but faster. Our mothers don't love us, but you will.
But you have to.
It's time for the top of the show. I mean, we've talked a lot about
A lot of animals.
Yeah.
talked about a lot of animals so far. What animal could we have replace both of you saying top of the show, each top of the show? I mean, a leprechaun is sort of an animal.
Yeah,
right?
it's approaching animal territory.
Yeah.
It's like a humanoid.
Yeah.
He is humanoid.
Is he humanoid or does he just have a gross face?
Are they humanoid or are we lepronoids?
Oh, see, he's
Yeah.
asking the good questions here.
Wait a minute. You're saying that Earth was colonized by the Irish?
Yeah, you're Irish, right?
Yeah, aren't you Irish? You would know.
If you go far back enough.
If I go far back, I had somebody insist, an older man who probably has never met a Jewish person before,
Oh.
insist that I was Irish. And
He's read about them in leprechaun books.
Oh
though.
yeah, he certainly has read about them. Yeah. Well, I was wearing my green suit that day.
Yeah.
And my knee was hurting, so I had my shillelagh with me.
And I was pointing to a pot just beyond the horizon.
Yeah, it was a rainy day.
Yeah, it was a rainy
It
day.
had been a rainy
It
day.
had been a rainy day.
But yeah, he insisted I was Irish. But yeah, I think it's kind of like
Kiss me, Daniel.
what I'm trying to say is he tried to kiss me. I think that it was a alien Prometheus situation where
right.
they came to Earth and dissolved themselves into a waterfall, and we were born out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how life started.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I was taught at school. That's how I was taught at school in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's the truth I learned.
Everything from dinosaur bones to whatever you just said.
Everything from dinosaur bones to the expanded Ridley Scott universe. That's how I was taught in school. So, okay, so we
Is this a candy podcast?
I don't even know. What are we doing here?
we've talked about everything but candy, and I do mean but.
Everything cake candy.
Oh, excuse me. So, Greg, we had been saving this for a while.
Okay. We're getting married. We don't want to tell everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, what are you talking about?
The sound of a shotgun in the
Oh, I'm
background.
invited. I see.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome because I married him, so you didn't have to. So we once did a candy news segment on this a long time ago, but there's an update because the AMC brand candy
Right.
is out in AMC theaters. It's been out for a while, but Greg, you apparently have tried these candies.
Yeah, I have. I tried the AMC brand chocolate covered raisins.
Nice.
The raisinette equivalents.
No equivalent. They're the raisin oats.
And they were good. They tasted like raisinettes. There wasn't much difference, really.
Were they cheaper?
No, I know they are not.
They are not
Which
cheaper.
is outrageous
Yeah.
that they charge the same price.
Yeah.
The same price.
It's like $6, right? For
It was-
either raisinettes or their knockoff.
It was concession priced, yeah.
That was the promise. That
Yeah.
was the hope.
Yeah,
that
the
was
hope
the dream.
that we can knock down
They
$1
would be
because
better and cheaper.
I believed.
I believe
I
too.
believed in AMC brand candy, which is why I wrote in a vote for them in my pre-ballot for the 2024 election.
candies are cheaper in a place like this. That should have been part of the ad.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
Raisinets are cheaper in a place
There
like
you go,
this.
AMC. Free of charge.
Free of charge. Yeah, free of charge.
Yeah.
They should just have like at like Sizzler, they have the ice cream bar and they have like just a bunch of candy in those shell shaped. They should just have that on the way to the theater. Just like, oh yeah, a little baggie, fill a baggie with candy.
You get your 3D glasses, your little candy bag.
little handy
In
bag.
the same bucket.
Yeah, and butter.
Just reach your hand in.
Yeah.
The butter's at the bottom.
The butter's at
so you have to really reach down.
Get your dirty fingernails way down there.
Wait, what, did you watch my TikTok video? I wash my hands now, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Get over it.
Hell yeah.
I get them wet, okay?
You're welcome again.
I'd marry that.
I wash my hands so you don't have to.
Yeah. Ladies, his hands are clean.
Justice Department, my hands are clean. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing because it was, I mean, they never said beforehand, like, these are going to be cheaper. I think maybe they went out of their way to say it wasn't going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But like, what's the point
Yeah,
then?
exactly. Why would I choose off-brand Raisinets?
Yeah.
If they're the same exact price.
Exactly.
Maybe they're thinking it's kind of like a Tony's Chocolonely thing of like, you could buy this other stuff and support these other companies.
Yeah, Monsanto or whatever.
You could buy this DuPont candy bar, but maybe they're like, you'll be supporting AMC.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to build an allegiance like that. And they're also like...
It's a cult.
It's a cult. But I'm sure it's
Kind of
cheaper
is.
for them to make their own candy than to continually buy
Yeah.
other candy.
Do you think so?
So they're not sharing the savings with
Yeah.
us, the consumer.
Yeah,
Jerks.
exactly. Jerks.
Pass it on to me.
Yeah. Who cares that they think that the movie watching experience is dying? Come on. Let me save $1. Come on.
Hey, maybe if I save that $1, it wouldn't be dying.
Yeah, I would put, after a month of buying candy at concessions, I would use that, money towards it.
I would use that $1 I saved to buy a movie ticket, which is how much movie tickets cost, I assume.
Correct.
I went to the movies during the week because I took a day off to go to the dentist, which
Oh, nice.
And you ditched the
Dentist in a
dentist?
movie.
Yeah.
You ditched the dentist
I
to
did
go
to go to the movies.
You were watching Marathon Man.
Yeah, I was watching Dr. Giggles. The matinee price was $8 to see a movie. Fantastic, wonderful.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my youth. I spent more on
That's
a
what
hot
they
dog.
want.
Yeah, that's what they want. I
Yeah.
spent more on a hot dog and a slushie.
I think to get like what they sell, like chicken nuggets or something at AMC, where they sell like a sirloin steak.
Yeah,
you
what do
can
they
get.
got? Like fish po' boy at AMC.
Have you ever gotten
tail?
the lobster tail? They have the camembert souffle that you can get and just stink up the whole place. But their things are like $20 to eat at AMC.
It is expensive.
Oh, like the actual, you sit down and they serve you?
No. Just like if you go to the counter and they give you a bucket full of chicken, they'll be like, yeah, that's $20.
Yeah.
Psychologically, I'd feel a lot better if the ticket was more expensive and the food was cheaper.
Yeah, not even by that much. Just like if it outweighed it a little bit,
Yeah,
I feel like, okay.
because then it would be like the cost of entry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I'm going to watch a movie and I'm in this nice air-conditioned place.
Yeah.
Look at all this cheap food.
Yeah. I would be...
Look at all this food on the floor.
Trash cans out back are full of it.
People just leave this after the movie?
Free popcorn
free-
every time I go.
time.
Free popcorn and gum. I would prefer it if they had a bouncer out front and
Yeah.
I had to like prove I was a celebrity and I had to wear a tube top to get in.
I like
yeah.
That's
it.
the movie experience I was raised with.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about Greg's eating habits enough. And not enough. So now it's time for a beloved segment
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
called Candy News.
Are you ready, listeners?
Wait a minute. Is it Saturday morning?
Oh, who lives in a Toblerone out under the sea?
He's back. It's the same guy.
Dark and luscious is he.
Captain. I wasn't sure which name to
If
say.
sugary sweetness is something you wish.
Captain Choco.
Then drop on the deck and flop like Swedish fish.
He updated the song even.
Captain Choco, Captain Choco.
We all know the song.
Ahoy, mateys! Captain Choco here for Chocolate. I'm Latino.
I knew it. That deep, gravelly voice. He must be Latino.
I've journeyed all the way from Buccaneer Bay to bring you buried booty.
Now, that is part of Mexico, right?
Right.
Buccaneer Bay. It's in Oaxaca.
Si, senor.
Okay, he proved it.
Yeah, hi, bae.
How do you feel about cartels?
Depends on my part of them.
Depends which ones let me join them.
And booty is cake, by the way.
I knew it.
How do you say cake in Spanish?
Pastales?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Two people of Mexican descent, one of whom just said he's from Mexico.
It's being Americanized.
Here's your booty, the candy news.
Okay, here
and
we-
don't dare hang your jib at me. This here news is a good one. Hornswoggled straight from a grog blossom intern who was 3 sheets to the wind, savvy?
Oh, I am savvy of that saying. Greg, that's something you like to do after hours.
Yeah, well, before hours too.
Shiver me timbers. Quite a rowdy bunch your interns be. I'd keep an eye out for mutinies.
No.
If I was the captain of this podcast.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, I can't make eye contact with him. He might take my captaincy from him.
Look at me.
No, I can't. Those ojos. I can't look at the ojos.
Ven para aquí.
Suddenly, I can speak Spanish perfectly.
I'm like Lucy Ricardo.
Now take care, ye landlubbers. I'm off to run a rig on the Skidler.
Oh!
Spotted his high chew canoe from me crow's nest.
Wait a minute. So
enemies?
you're going to master and commander him? This guy, this poor guy who's just in a canoe trying to flee across the Gulf of Mexico.
What a lovely day in my canoe.
I don't know whose side to take.
What a lovely time of year to be in the Gulf of Mexico in a canoe.
I think I want to be a good guy now.
Get him! It's a ploy. I don't believe him.
Far he blows.
Bring up honor, buckos. Let's get that son of a biscuit eater for a win.
I'm on his side now.
I don't know. In this classic battle of good versus Skidler, I don't of SpongeBob pirate versus Skidler, I don't know which side to choose anymore.
The line in the sand is getting so blurry.
The line in the water.
The line into the water.
Wow. These are two blockbuster characters.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we had like an MCU
Oh, yeah. We
thing
got
forming here.
Yeah.
The CD universe.
Yeah. The CDR, the CD plus minus universe, depending on which format we're using. Wow. I mean, hey, if any Hollywood executives are listening,
Yeah, we have a
stop drinking baby blood for a second and make some movies from the CDR plus minus universe.
Our lore is so deep.
It'll put
Years deep.
it'll put your cake to sleep.
Yep.
Wow. Well, he did leave this message in a bottle here.
It's
Let me
like
just-
dripping wet.
It's dripping wet and with Skitler blood, which tastes great. Yeah, let me smash this open.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
Oh my God. It's all in my eyes. It didn't even go on the floor. It all went into my eyes.
Mis ojos.
The sangre, Madre de Dios, mi sangre. How do you say?
How do you say?
How you say,
How do you
what you
say?
say?
How do you?
My eyes, they are glass vacuum.
How do you say run away? They're going straight down into the toilet. So, all right. So this one's straight from the high seas.
Oh.
Salte.
So,
It's going to have to take a piss test.
Yeah.
That's how high the seas are.
and this one, of course, this was given its name. Rounding the Horn of Africa, this
Wow.
wonderful candy news was
Yeah.
named. And this one's called New Recipe, Chew This.
Whoa. I like that one.
I like
That's good.
aggressive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
after I wrote this one, I was like, after these pirates came handed
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And he is a pirate. He is wanted by many. He's
Royal
wanted by
empires.
the International
Yeah.
Sea Court. I wrote this one and I was like,
Interpool.
is that like a thing people say online? I was like, I think I might have called a different candy news this one before.
Probably.
But hey, who's counting?
That one's kind of memorable. So
Yeah. I would have.
Yeah, so I must have.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the tally marks of good versus bad. And
Yeah,
there's no,
yeah.
I actually had to put that one in.
The classic tally mark of good versus bad candy news titles. Who will win? Take note, producers of Hollywood. So we all remember eating 20 different types of peach rings or whatever with Carl Tart.
Sure.
Oh,
we all remember
yeah.
One of the best days of my life.
And most of them were bad.
yeah.
Well, we remember the absolute worst one. Do you remember which one that was?
I don't. Was
No.
it like the trolley brand?
It wasn't Trolley.
Okay.
I don't remember.
You don't
Yeah, I don't
remember?
remember.
It was the Smart Sweets low sugar
Oh,
version.
right,
That's
right.
Which
Yeah.
tasted like sand, which is all over the floor after not Count Choco.
Royal.
Well, he used to be Count Choco, and then he got on the bad side of the Mexican government. Now
Who's in
he's
charge of vampire distribution?
It's the classic Transylvania to Mexico vampire pipeline. So apparently we were not the only ones who felt that Smart Sweets products were god-awful because they have recently announced that they have completely reworked their recipe a la Domino's, saying we aren't as bad anymore.
Oh.
But still kind of bad.
Are they a specific Target brand?
No, they aren't. They're around.
Okay, they're just very popular at Target.
You would think. Like they hang around. There's this guy I see at the Ralph's we shop at that's there so often. I'm not sure if he works there or not. Like they're the candy version of that.
Oh, right.
They are always in Target. But they promise now that their candies are juicier, fruitier, softer, and fresh while still containing 92% less sugar than other brands.
Wow.
The change was spurred by listening to consumers saying how bad they were and when
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I feel like we are. I mean, how many other things have we already said that have changed?
Like are no longer accurate?
Yeah.
Are lies now?
How many things have we said that are no longer socially acceptable to say? And let us know, listener. Go
Yeah.
through the back catalog.
Meet us at a city forum.
Yeah, or at our trial.
Which will be held in the 7 C's. Which C, though? You find out. So they went through rounds of reformulating and testing. The new bags have a new and improved stamp on them, but to that I say, to new and improved, I say no, and you should be moved. I have one more slam for them. The main change they made to the recipe was by removing allulose and adding more isomalto oligosaccharides, or IMO, but IMO, these should all go in the trash. Yeah. So, whoa. But those were like so bad. Like you ate them and they like tasted like sand, and then they got worse as you ate them.
Yeah.
So for so many people to feel that way and for them to change their recipe is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
We got to do a redemption episode.
Yeah.
A potential redemption.
Get Carl Tart.
Yeah.
And get
Alert.
all original 20
Yeah.
from that lineup,
And we also need to throw in the Albanese gummy rings.
Oh, right.
And that-
which were very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the ones we couldn't find. That's another thing. We couldn't find them, and now they're everywhere.
I know. What the heck?
Who isn't paying us? Like, who isn't giving us money to be saying things that change the world?
Tastemakers.
Tastemakers. Yeah. So that has been our most recent edition of Candy News.
Broadside that canoe.
Oh, he's still going after him?
Oh my God! Not only like he was waving the Skiddler was waving the white flag.
Yeah. And he's still
Count
charged.
Admiral Captain Choco looked him in the eyes and said, "Fire the main cannon." With all of his crew begging him, SpongeBob, Sandy,
Yeah.
not Skiddler,
Gary.
Gary, Patrick.
Patrick.
There we go.
Krabby.
Who?
Isn't Krabby?
Oh yeah,
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs,
There it
formerly
is.
Mr. Krabs.
Formerly Mr. Crab, now known as a Rear Admiral Krabs, was begging him, please don't take the life of... Wait, he doesn't have a Jamaican accent, and I shouldn't be doing a Jamaican accent. Well, the guy from, the crab from...
Oh, yeah. That's all we can legally do.
apologies for the Jamaican accent, but that's what crabs sound like.
Yeah, that is
What
it's
can I say?
Scientifically proven.
Yeah, it's scientifically proven.
They held the stethoscope up to their little mouths and they heard a Jamaican accent.
What you doing, man?
Yeah, see? It's that simple.
Bub. That's his heart.
The heart that beats in all of us.
Yeah, one heart.
Crab heart.
One love, one heart, one crab reference. So yeah, we just witnessed a massacre at the high seas.
Wow.
Could this be at the end of the Skiddler?
Tune in next time.
Tune in
and
next time.
Find out.
Yeah, same candy time, same candy channel.
Tune in next time for Blood in the Water or Skittle or Swim. Or, what were you gonna say?
Salted skit. Like Skiddler.
I don't know which one was worse.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're like half an hour in. My God.
cool.
So,
Oh,
Greg,
wow.
you picked the candy this time.
I did pick the candy. I've been having a little bit more of these because they have it at the commissary store, and I keep thinking, I don't feel like something too chewy.
Your commissary store has a pretty interesting selection.
They
'Cause,
do.
This is the second one I think you've picked that's kind of an offbeat candy.
Yeah, they have a pretty eclectic mix at the impulse area of the commissary. That's where I found turtles too. Turtles.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Turtles.
Turtles.
Ah,
Another
turtles.
creature of the sea.
Another
Yeah.
Jamaican animal.
Ga, 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 ga. I'm a turtle. Oh, I'm a wee turtle from the sea.
Not good. This is not it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate Jamaican
I am
accent.
just me, a little turtle from the Caribbean. I don't know what accent that is now.
I do. So I picked a Heath toffee bar
Wow.
today.
Heath Toffee Bar.
How many? You guys are big on.
I like English toffee, but I've
You
never
like
had,
English toffee?
Yeah, I like the C's iteration of it.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
You know,
Okay.
where they have it like in the little bar shape with the nuts on the outside.
That is very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I would claim that I don't like English toffee, but the other week we went to Little John's,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a old toffee shop in the farmers market of Los Angeles. Well, there's only one.
Yeah.
And I had some, and it was I liked it, but as I had to defend myself to Melissa for liking it, it's good for toffee.
Yeah.
It is
And
good
what's good for toffee
It's
is
good for America. Yeah.
But I can't say I'm a fan of English toffee, and I don't think I've ever had a Heath bar
Oh, wow.
before.
Okay.
And toffee is a relative of caramel, right?
I don't think so.
don't
Toffee's more nut-based, right?
Okay.
Well, Greg will maybe tell us.
I don't know. I didn't look up what toffee was.
Wait, and edit here if Greg doesn't tell us.
I don't know what toffee is. I didn't look into toffee. I assumed that one of you knew what toffee was.
It's hard. It's not. I don't think it's.
No, yeah. I always relate it to, it's like a cousin of like bark. Like peppermint bark.
Simpkins?
Bark Simpkins.
What do we
Toffee
have?
is an English confection made by caramelizing sugar or molasses
Oh,
Okay.
with
right.
butter and occasionally flour.
Flour.
So it's not caramel, but it's caramelized.
Caramelized.
Okay. So yeah, it's not my favorite thing. That's definitely one of the things I skip in a C's candy box.
Okay.
Do you like these? Have you had these?
Yeah, I like them.
Tell me if you had this one.
Yes.
Toffee and caramel are both made from sugar and butter, but
Who isn't?
are different in the cooking method.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all the research I did.
and that's Greg's research.
Yeah, that's Greg's research.
they're cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins.
yeah.
Cousins.
And they love each other.
Too much.
A little
too
bit. No.
One's really hard, and I'm confused.
They're like Alabama cousins. Yeah.
Woo!
So a Heath bar is a
Don't you dare just
I
pass
could
over
escape
that.
right, but I did the cousin kissing joke last time.
Yeah, it was my turn this
Yeah,
time.
it's your turn.
Yeah. You're next week.
Yeah.
I'll bring my cousin.
And that will be on Patreon.
That's the $1,000.
We're looking on how to get people to click on our link.
Yeah.
And it
And
turns out
I did some research. Incest tests well.
More candy, less clothes. You got
should
it.
have been the
listener.
title of the podcast. So a Heath bar is a thin, smoothish candy bar consisting of a slab of toffee wrapped in a layer of milk chocolate and almonds.
There's no better way to describe what toffee comes in than slabs.
Slab is
That's
perfect.
exactly
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
it is.
it's a slab, like a marble tabletop, like a marble
Oh,
kitchen top.
yeah.
It's a toffee.
In Hansel and Gretel's death house. Yeah.
Almost. This is confirmed. I've read Brothers
I've been
Grimm.
reading a lot of German literature.
Yeah, I've been it's a lot of German fairy tales. Yeah, a lot of it. Because of my Irish background, I've been reading a lot of it.
Ga, 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 ga.
So also in the mix is lots of sugar.
No more candy.
No, that's
We're
not
not-
it. Yeah,
We're not here
bring
for
out the
candy.
potato bread, boys, and let's talk about cousins. Who's your favorite cousin?
We don't even have to change the abbreviation if we make this show about cousins or dandy.
Cousins are dangerous.
Recalibrate.
Yeah.
Recalibrate.
Also in the mix, along with toffee, milk chocolate, and almonds, is lots of sugar, palm oil, butter, salt, artificial flavor, and our old friend soy lecithin.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Palm oil, the official oil of
my
killing
hand.
orangutans.
Oh, wow. Is that
Is that
real?
true?
Yeah, it is.
Dang.
The palm oil, most palm oil, to get real here for a second.
yeah.
School
We've been joking around a lot about what happens on the high seas.
Yeah.
And sure, there isn't any law that applies out there, but there is a law that applies to the palm forests
Yep.
of Indonesia.
There's a common law of humanity.
Yeah.
That is universal.
Mm-hmm.
Because the palm forest, to get the palm oil from these palm trees, I guess, they have to destroy so much forest it's either Indonesia, I think Indonesia, and it's just destroying the habitat of orangutans, which is why you want to make sure you get certified sustainable palm oil, which I am sure that Greg has made sure we are trying today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He did the research.
Absolutely. When you said that palm oil kills orangutans, I thought you meant like they choke on it.
Yeah.
They get in their eyes and they fall out of trees or something.
We tell them not to keep drinking it, but they won't
They
stop.
won't stop.
They have a problem.
Yeah.
Oranga can't tell me what to do.
Heath Bar has been around my whole life, which is many years. And even today, when I say we're covering Heath, people will not always know what I'm talking about.
Because Heath was, I think, one of the candies we were trying to guess the sugar content of the other week.
Right.
And I think you, Beto, didn't know what a Heath bar was.
Nah.
Yeah, he's so proud of not knowing something.
I didn't know.
I was ignorant.
Give me money. I was ignorant. It's what I call a B-side regular. Like I see it often enough, but like it's always kind of bottom shelf. People don't grab it as often as a Snickers or a Reese's. Or
well, we'll talk a little bit later about our buying, both of our buying experiences of the Heath bars.
All right. Our story starts with Lawrence Seymour Heath, who earned his engineering degree from the University of Illinois in 1901. He played around with many jobs. He was a Latin and Greek instructor, a school administrator, a town engineer, surveyor. He worked in insurance. He was a real estate salesman, a dairyman, and the assistant postmaster before purchasing a confectionery shop in Robinson, Illinois in 1913.
Way to go. Way to make us look bad.
But it sounds like he's not good at anything. Like he keeps losing those jobs.
He did like
master, jack of all trades.
Master of...
Not a single one. He also served 5 terms as the mayor.
Oh, like here we go. Get that mayor.
Yeah. Mayor, I'm going to kill you in a minute.
Unskilled.
Yeah, unskilled mayor. Can't even be a mayor right. Only 5 terms. But I don't know at what point of his life that
Sounds like a dictator to me.
Herr Heath over here. I don't know when he was the mayor. It must have been later in life.
Wait, mayor of what city?
Robinson, Illinois.
Oh, come on. Who wasn't the mayor of Robinson, Illinois?
There was like 2 turtles.
That's like, before him, it was that golden retriever from Idlewild. And now the current mayor for the last 80 years has been a scarlet macaw.
Yep. It's been a really realistic statue in Town Square.
So stern.
Yeah.
So stoic.
So stone face. Stone face.
Tough but firm.
Good. That's good. A little cold in the winter.
But hot in the summer. The shop was meant to be a business opportunity for his 2 sons, Bayard and Everett. Bayard, yeah. Bayard?
Mayor Bayard?
The son of the Mayor Bayard.
Mayor Bayard, yeah.
Like the pain medicine? Bayard?
Bayard,
yeah.
Oh,
Bayer, like Bayer aspirin.
Yeah.
Bayard, Bayard. With the store, the boys opened a shop that was part candy store, part ice cream parlor, and part manufacturing operation to make the candy and ice cream. They were so successful that one of the sons opened up a dairy factory 2 years later to go further into the ice cream game. At some point, a Greek candyman and traveling salesman approached the boys with a toffee recipe, which they purchased from him, and in 1928 began selling this candy from the recipe as Heath English Toffee with the tagline, America's Finest. America's First.
Bold.
America's
First or America's
Finest? It's finest. I'm just joking. I'm just playing around, okay? I'm playing around.
In today's political climate, don't joke.
Don't joke, okay?
Yeah, no more jokes.
No more jokes.
I mean, there's pirates everywhere coming in from Mexico.
Yeah. There's canoes, surveillance.
There's now empty canoes floating around the Gulf of Mexico. That canoe is going to be picked up by the next Hurricane Nestor or whatever, that's going to be flying straight through Kansas.
Land in the landlocked state
of Kansas.
In 1931, under the dad's suggestion, Bayard and Everett sold their candy store, which Lawrence thought was their dad thought was a money loser, and they followed Lawrence, their dad, to work at his dairy factory, which was a money loser. But they didn't know that. The sons followed, but they brought their candy making equipment with them and soon set up a retail space at the factory. They took their They won't stop. They keep making candy. They're compulsively making candy. They took their toffee bar very seriously and started to include a free bar with every order invoice for dairy products, of milk and dairy products. They would give a free Heath bar.
That's cool.
I think that's how you make money. You give me free stuff.
That's how you build loyalty right there.
I would die for a Heath bar because I got one for a money order, I got one for I ordered milk and I got a free candy bar, and I was floating in it, and I will die for it. They started to hawk it as a health bar made with the best milk chocolate.
No, they were just spelling it wrong.
That's what I was like, wait, what? Of course. It made with the best milk chocolate, the creamiest creamy butter, and pure sugar cane sugar.
It's interesting you say best chocolate because it says specifically on this wrapper chocolate tea coating.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So I don't think this is.
Well, maybe
it used to be.
Yeah, I think a certain company bought it not too long ago.
Dairy butter, milk.
Yeah, but does it have cocoa in it?
Oh, that's what the thing was. Cocoa.
Where?
Skim milk, cocoa.
Weird.
Okay. Cocoa process. Maybe it's not a high enough amount of cocoa.
Oh, 2% or less of.
Ah.
Dang it. So it's like chocolate tea.
Like what was
What?
I got that. That's great.
Wait, you're saying it has low chocolate tea?
I like that one.
We're all doing great work over here. All right, it remained a steady selling candy during the Depression, which was surprising since it cost 5 cents at a time, which that was a lot. During the 40s, 2 things would happen that would secure the Heath's family legacy. The first was during World War II, where opportunities were melted down into bullets. Heath toffee bars were a fairly popular local candy, but in 1942, the U.S. Army placed an order of $175,000 worth of Heath toffee bars.
There are so many candies that were saved by the military.
Yeah.
Not even the last one we'll be talking about this month.
Oh, interesting.
Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Thank you. Finally, we get to thank Uncle Sam.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, Uncle Sam.
Thank you for thank you for eating all that candy during World War II, Uncle
We
Sam.
salute you.
Yeah, nonstop.
Nonstop.
He was like the queen bee in America, just guzzling Heath bars.
The boys in overseas don't need Spam. They want candy.
Yeah.
They don't need fruit.
It was like sleepaway camp. They don't want to eat. They don't want to eat their healthy canned pork. They want to eat candy all the time.
Okay, so the U.S. Army orders $175,000 worth of Heath bars.
Wow.
At this point,
A lot of Heath, especially if they're 5 cents each. The math is impossible.
it's impossible. I'll never figure that out. Production at the Heath factory was not automated, which means that they had to hand make $175,000 worth of candy to be shipped overseas.
So they called in Lucille Ball.
They called in Lucille Ball, and she ate her weight until she died.
Oh no!
And then they trying to figure out a replacement. They got Air Bud.
There was nothing in the rule books about Air Bud being in I Love Lucy.
There was something in a medical journal about him not being able to work on a chocolate assembly line, but there was nothing in the rule book said he couldn't. He just said that he shouldn't.
It was highly frowned upon.
Yeah, it was highly frowned upon. So because of his apparently long shelf life, weird, it was used as rations for soldiers. Even after the war, the candy bar still being handmade, the Heath bar remained a steady selling candy, quite popular even. The other thing that happened during the 40s was a $5,000 investment suggested by a family friend to purchase a few local oil leases that had not been bought by big companies. One of those oil leases gushed and pumped more than $1 million into the Heath family operation.
So this candy bar is made by Big Oil?
Big Oil. One of the big oils.
Oh my God.
Dang, this family.
So not just the palm oil that's killing orangutans, but the oil Texas tea.
Yeah, Texas
that's
tea.
killing all of us.
Dip, dip, dip.
And all of the orangutans are being force-fed Texas tea.
Isn't that weird? And some of the orangutans got jobs, and they're having their own There Will Be Blood.
Wait a minute, is that what Dunstan Checks In is about?
Dunstan Checks Investments.
There Will Be Blood Orange. Yeah. We got 2 great titles going on here.
In 1950, the ice cream division of Heath released the Heath Toffee Ice Cream Bar, which I have not had.
You know what? Heath is I feel like you see Heath more often as a topping at like a Menchie's or something like that, chopped up Heath.
Yeah, you do. That they mentioned that in one of the readings that people are more familiar with it as a topping.
Which why would you? I mean, there's M&Ms there. Why would you?
Why
pick
would
Heath?
you eat cheat on M&Ms?
Why would you eat cheap?
Why would you cheat on M&M? Why would you eat cheese in general?
Yeah, I usually get. Well, Greg gets goat cheese put on. His,
on all my
his frozen yogurt.
I pump it from a thing into a Nerd's box, and the people who own the factory are crying. They're like, "Please stop, please."
I know there's nothing in the rule book about this, but it's highly frowned upon.
Throw another goat in the thing, and it's like a goat in a goat shredder, a goat chipper,
and the goat's filled with palm oil.
You throw a goat in, and an orangutan follows.
Well, the orangutan has to place it in, but the process is so dangerous. His big human-like hands, Greg, get caught in the machinery, and he goes through too. So you get that nice orange color on goat cheese. Wait a minute, he has red hair. Is he Irish? Are orangutans Irish?
I know he's Irish, even though he keeps saying he's not. I know this orangutan's Irish. So The Heath Candy and Ice Cream Company was a family-run business with Lawrence's 6 children and several grandchildren working to put out the family
let's just
products.
take a second to just soak up how crazy this company is.
Mm-hmm.
They do milk. They do Heath bars. They do ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
They do oil.
They do oil, and it's all family-run.
Wow.
It's a family company.
It's a family
It's a
company.
family
They're
thing.
in politics.
They're in
Oh, yeah,
politics.
they're in
They're
politics.
buying politicians. They're buying media organizations so they could pump in.
God.
Our campaign is the best one. Our other guy, he has sex with dogs. We don't do that.
There's nothing in the rule book about that. I mean, I guess maybe the Constitution.
Yeah, maybe every book I've ever seen. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, other than
It's the 69th Amendment. But I mean, that's a little suspicious that this guy was mayor for 5 terms and they're in big oil. Come on, I don't like this.
No, Robbinsville, Illinois is
Make your own
corrupt.
destiny.
Make your own destiny. Man's best destiny.
Yeah,
And there's nothing in the rule book saying that man's best friend can't
Yep.
be your destiny.
yeah, your destiny. God's plan was not for me to be God too. I'm gonna hotwire destiny,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna jump in the driver's seat. So this big oil company also somehow makes candy and ice cream. Lawrence, who founded the company for his 2 sons, now he has 6 children and several grandchildren working at the family to put out the product. And there were many accounts of it being an incredibly dysfunctional, tumultuous family. So much so that in 1969, one of Lawrence's grandchildren, Richard, was thrown out of the company after a decade of family infighting ravaged the Heath Company.
Dang.
They even went so far to cut him out of profits. And when
God.
they
What
sold
did
the
he
company,
do?
he has a book. Richard later published a book in the 90s titled Bittersweet, The Story of the Heath Candy Company. Do we need to start a book club and read this?
Yeah.
I think we should. I couldn't get too many
That would
specifics.
be so much fun.
I would love that.
to read candy family gossip.
Gossip? Oh, yeah. Long dead family gossip.
About a candy bar nobody even cares about.
He has there was a page of sort of someone covering, summarizing the book. And it was kind of all over the place. But one of the stories I remember reading was Richard said to his grandfather, Lawrence, stop production for a day so he could fool around with somebody on the assembly line, and almost broke the company. The company almost blew up that day.
And that was his cousin, right?
And that was his cousin. And yeah, because you can only work there if you're a family member.
cousins.
If you're a hot cousin.
Cousins is dangerous. That's disgusting. It sounds like just like a sleazeball family.
It sounds like, yeah.
Maybe this guy's the good one, the one who got
He
excommunicated.
might be, yeah.
All that money and power went straight to their heads.
Mm-hmm. We won't know till we read the book.
Power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You're the first one that said that.
Yeah. No, it just came to me.
Yeah.
I also have another saying I just came up with. There's nothing in the rule book that says a
that
dog.
power can't corrupt absolutely.
People tried to stop me, and I said, "Well, there's nothing in the rule book that says I can't become a monster,
A demagogue. Yeah.
a demagogue."
Yeah.
Yeah.
69th Amendment.
69th
Refer to the
Amendment.
69th Amendment.
It's really long.
I'm pleading the 69th. I'm begging the 69th.
I'm begging the 69th. So in 1989, with the family at each other's throats, they sold Heath to Leaf Incorporated, who then in 1996 sold to Hershey.
Oh.
Hershey's
Yeah, it
themselves.
says on the back Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey's themselves created a rival toffee bar, I believe in the 80s. I don't know for sure, though. Apparently last time I should. Called Score.
Well, there might-
Oh, I've
There
heard of
might be an update.
Score.
I always thought score was Russian because it seems that's such a weird word.
Yeah, European vibes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Wait a minute. Is this Irish?
Is
Is this an Irish candy?
I know an Irish candy when I see one, and even no matter how much you say it's not, I know it is.
Look far back enough. That's an Irish candy. Maybe I'm thinking of SPQR, which is what they put above when any Jesus on the cross. Like here. What does it mean?
Like East Orthodox stuff?
No, I think even just like Catholic stuff. SPQR. I think it's Latin either for.
It's Latin. It means don't make a necklace out of me.
It's Latin for there's nothing in the rule book that says we can't kill your false
Savior,
prophet.
yeah.
It either means like here lies Jesus, King of the Jews, or like it's something like that.
Okay.
Jesus, King of the Jews. I don't
Sure.
know. Why do I always have to be the one to explain Christianity to the 2 Catholics in the room?
Well, you're Irish Catholic, so.
Yeah, that's why, dude.
Yeah.
I guess I need to look back far enough.
Yeah.
So this is a religious candy. This
that's why it's-
SPQR.
Yeah, that's why you could do the cross with it.
If Count Chocula is coming at you, you
Yeah.
put 2 SPQR.
I don't like Duffy. Under Hershey's command, all they really did was make the Heath bar a little bit longer.
Okay.
They haven't done much to the
That's
recipe.
surprising though to increase
Yeah.
the size.
And got rid of the chocolate.
And got rid of the chocolate. Yeah.
But that's weird. They're Hershey. I mean, they're known for their delicious chocolate.
Yeah, delicious. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, everybody eats it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now it's time for our Rapper's Delight or
Yeah.
It Ain't Right segment where we judge this. I was trying to think about how I felt about this on the way. I like the sort of shininess.
Yeah, it's shiny.
It's reminding me of a Pokemon card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like a foil. It's like
yeah,
a hollow.
it's a good holographic.
It's a rare.
Oh, you got a first edition Heath?
Don't eat that.
It
Save
evolves
it.
into an SPQR, you know. And then it evolves into
A dog?
the Holy Trinity. Yeah, no, there's nothing in the rule book that says God can't be a dog. It's spelled the same.
Sounds the same. Uses the same letters.
No, it's spelled the same.
It obeys all of Doc's sign painting rules.
Doc is his
What is
teacher.
that?
My teacher
Oh,
from
okay.
sign
Sign
painting.
painting class.
Like the letters are curved, so it lends the eye. There's a banner with the small text.
I like that the middle has the sort of what would you call this? Like a supernova coming out, like
Yeah.
it's lighter in the middle.
It's
Yeah.
starbursts.
It's a starburst.
Or
There's a
sunbursts.
starburst on it. Let me
Yeah.
wipe that off.
Yeah, and there's two graphics hanging on both sides.
Yeah.
It like obeys the rules.
I feel like the graphic, the pictures of the chocolate on the side are taking away from the work.
Really?
Because I feel like this is another one where it looks like a title card from The Thin Man.
It
Like it
does.
looks like an old movie
I mean,
title.
because it kind of is.
Yeah,
it's an old
it's
candy.
true.
Wait, when did this come out again exactly?
1928 is when they started selling it.
No, it's old.
This is a movie.
I like how it frames the
this is a
words.
Yeah, me too. I like that it frames the words.
Yeah.
But the one on the left is kind of cutting into it.
It is a little
bit.
off center, and I appreciate that.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, it draws you in.
All right. There's nothing in the rule book that says you
Look
can't.
at the offsetter. Yeah. Just look at my personality.
It's old fashioned. I give it a Rapper's Delight.
Yeah,
I think
I'm with
a
you.
tepid Rapper's
Yeah,
Delight.
it's old fashioned. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring, but it's really the shininess and the coloring.
Mm-hmm.
It has it's like sepia.
Yeah.
It's got except for this
yeah.
blue.
Yeah, the blue is really off-putting because it's such a modern blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top of the lettering and the bottom of the lettering have that gradient going on. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And I wonder why the A is like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's a Russian Orthodox cross. It's a
it's
crossover with the SBQ.
the cross of Lorraine.
Yeah.
See, I know that
Is
one.
that what it's
too.
Wow.
called?
Yeah.
Finally, a Catholic comes through for me. A Catholic teaches me something.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
A Rapper's Delight, but not super motivated.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would grab it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would definitely not grab it.
If
but
this were grab it or Nass spit, I would give it Nass spit. But this is apparently not grab it or Nass
We
spit.
buried that.
yeah,
That is
I don't
buried.
even know what you're talking about.
We spit on the
We
grave.
spit
of
on the
grab it or
grave. Yeah,
Nass
we
spit.
dance on its grave.
So now let's try our first bite of these
Okay.
The Heath
Bars.
Okay, so classic wrapper opening. It actually opened really nicely.
Mine's a little bit melty, but not too melty.
Oh, mine is.
Yeah, it's.
You borrowed yours from Greg, so he keeps
Mine's-
them all in a microwave.
Did you open my old one or your new one?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so
What does it say on the back? Does it say Best Buy 2024?
I opened right on the thing. No, it's 2025.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
we're all gonna have a nice fresh one.
Fresh
Oh,
one.
it is melted.
it has like tire tracks on
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has tire tracks on the top, which is evidence. A little bit wavy, and then the
Oh,
bottom has
yeah.
conveyor belt lines and
Yeah, it
bumps.
does.
So you see the pouring and the conveyor belt.
Oh, you're right. How interesting.
You
that
see the
can-
enrobing.
the
You can
enrobing
smell
process.
the chocolatey, but you
Oh.
can also smell the toffee underneath
Yeah.
it.
That's pleasant.
It is pleasant. It's a nice smell.
It's a really
That's
good
very
smell.
nice.
It's very like natural smelling.
Yeah,
Oh, let me
natural.
show you.
Like toffee and and fake chocolate is.
It smells like Hershey's chocolate mix, the syrup. It's
Oh,
Oh
kinda-
yeah, it does. It does.
It
Maybe
does,
they put a
actually.
little toffee in there.
Yeah. Oh, is that chocolatey too and not chocolate?
Oh,
I
my
think a
world.
lot of them are mostly corn syrup. So,
Oh.
and also there is a little bit of orangutan in each one,
No, because they also love corn syrup.
but they love corn like KORN
Yeah.
syrup. It's a cover band of corn.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it smells
Yeah,
really
I'm
good.
liking this one. All right, let's
Yeah,
try this
all right.
finally.
Okay.
So let's bite into it.
Oh, more brittle
Yeah.
than like hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
much more toffee
Yeah.
than chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the layering. The chocolate, once again, is just used to
Yeah.
keep all the
And
toffee
it
in.
tastes like cornflakes.
It does.
I'm not tasting much chocolate at all.
No, it's all toffee.
After,
There's a creaminess
yeah, there's a
from the
creaminess.
chocolate, but
Buttery.
Buttery, yeah.
it really stacks in your teeth though.
Yeah, it does.
That's the toffee promise.
Yeah, the toffee.
It's
promise.
good.
I really like this. The tastes are really good. I could taste the almonds at certain points. The toffee's good.
Yeah.
There's not too much chocolate, so you're not like weighed down by chewing, like sometimes you are.
I wish the chocolate tasted better.
Or just tasted.
Yeah.
But I am finding more and more that I eat toffee. Maybe I do kind of like toffee.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the rule book that says I can't like toffee.
You're a toffee boy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not that sweet, right?
No, not at all.
Or like
It's way more buttery.
Yeah.
And then almost corn, maybe a little smoky.
This is one of the candies that tastes more savory because I'm getting a lot more butter than sugar,
Yes.
or as some people might call it, caker. It's inoffensive. It's inoffensive, and it's really like, is the chocolate even necessary here? Because like I'm not even tasting chocolate.
You get that creamy sensation
Yeah, because you
as you chew, so it helps with that.
Yeah.
regular toffee by itself is fine, but covered in chocolate, I could dig that.
I bit off just the chocolate, and it was okay.
Okay.
But it's not. It's losing the great battle of chocolate versus toffee.
Yeah,
And no matter who wins.
it's a bad time.
Yeah.
We all lose. I coined that phrase. I'm the first one to say that.
I put it in the 69th Amendment.
This is the 69th Amendment 420.
It's kind of like you have a couple bites and you're kind of over it. I don't know if I'm motivated to keep going.
Yeah. I can't have this every day, but it was
Weirdly,
good.
I do keep, maybe I'm just hungry, but I do keep going with this.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to
They'll avoid.
analyze. You're trying to
Mom, it's research.
you're perceiving something, or like you're continuing because you're enjoying the experience and you want more.
I'm hungry.
There you go.
For knowledge.
Hey, it's a good ration though, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
it is. Because it does have that thing of like, you keep going. It'll keep you going. Because of the savory. I mean, the sweet isn't so much there. But yeah, I could see being in, the basement of some bombed out church in Marseille.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I just strung up Mussolini and dragged him all the way here. I'm going to settle down and have a nice Heath bar.
Yeah.
A little R&R and a Heath bar.
And I'm going to use Mussolini's big stomach as a pillow tonight.
His big stomach.
Come on.
Come on.
Come
Oh,
on.
you're defending him?
I can't say
What, I
that.
can't fat shame Mussolini now?
And who can I fat shame? There's nothing in the rule book that says I can't fat shame Il Duce.
His name is Fatty Arbuckle. Do you guys want to try a score?
Yeah, let's
do. Yeah,
let's
I
break
do.
that up. Let's try a little bit.
And Score, you said, was the original Hershey competitor?
Yeah, the original Hershey.
But now it's competing with itself?
This is like the Violet Crumble and the Crunchy again. It's like it started as a competitor and then they were just like...
So I am expecting visual differences, size differences, and taste differences.
What if it's just the same exact thing in a
Exactly.
different package? It looks skinnier?
If it's
No,
just
it's the same.
If it's just the same, oh my god!
It doesn't have the like track marks on it, but other than that, it's pretty similar.
It's pretty close, and it goes on the same conveyor belt. I think they're pulling a fast one on us.
Yeah. Well,
Visual differences. The Score is way darker.
the inside is much darker. That's true. This one I feel like is more molasses. It's going to be more molasses based because it kind of smells molassesy.
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, it does.
It actually kind of smells more appealing, oddly enough. What am I saying? I like toffee and I like molasses now?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I like the smell of the other one. I think more of the chocolate came through.
Yeah.
On the Heath bar.
There's almost like a spiciness to this one. All right, let's try the score.
All right.
Let's see if let's settle the score.
Oh wow, this is kind of a.
Oh,
Wow. The toffee is softer.
No, I feel like the toffee's harder in this one.
I think so too.
Harder, more chocolate.
More chocolate, but the chocolate's not as creamy.
Yeah.
No. And a much stronger, I think it is molasses, much stronger toffee taste. I prefer the other one. I prefer
Let
the
me
Heath.
get in one more. This is like a Sugar Showdown.
Should have been.
Yeah,
No,
it's like a built-in Sugar Showdown.
Well, we're just giving it away for free now instead of giving it away for free a second time.
Yeah, I think the creaminess of the Heath
Heath is
really boosts it.
Yeah, this one is it's more bitter, and there is more chocolate, but the chocolate on both these isn't doing anything.
Well, it's chocolatey, right?
It's chocolatey.
So-
Although maybe the score is.
Oh yeah, what does the rapper say? And is it a rapper's delight?
We'll judge that in a different episode.
Dairy butter, pretty much the same. Cocoa and cocoa processed. Lactose milk. There's a lot of milk, but it also has cocoa and cocoa processed dairy butter.
That Heath toffee is way better.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a brighter flavor.
Yeah.
This must be the difference between butter based and molasses based. Does it say molasses on that?
Yeah, and it's buttery. It's good. Heath bar wins.
You know, just kind of what a Heath kind of tastes like is caramel popcorn with chocolate drizzled on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
That's what because there's a corniness to it.
It's a corniness.
Yeah.
Much like to this show, there's a corniness to it.
Yeah, maybe some, like Apple Jacks. Not Apple Jacks. Cracker
Jack.
Jacks. Apple Jacks.
It doesn't say molasses on here, but I do know what you're talking about. Like, it does feel like it smells and tastes like there is an element of molasses.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's nothing in the rule books that says you have to you have to put molasses on a wrapper. Yeah, I think there's a clear winner, but like no matter who wins,
We all
Go
lose.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pause. We all lose. Okay, so now we're going to rate these. So we'll rate these out of 0 to 5 cavities.
Okay.
We'll write them down so we don't influence each other. So let me think about this. Just the
Zero,
Heath
zero,
part.
zero, zero,
Just
zero, zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hard one for me.
It's in a lower tier, certainly, as kind of is its reputation. Like this is not a top tier candy.
Yeah.
No.
Nor is it thought of that
It's not
way.
even a middle tier candy.
Yeah.
This is a very forgettable candy, and I feel like most of the world has forgotten about this candy.
Most of the world doesn't know this candy exists. Most of the world saw it as a small label at the toppings bar at Menchie's and moved on.
Yeah.
That's how most people know.
And then they go, "What's that?" And then they say, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Heath bar. No, I meant that. The M&Ms behind it. I know they're M&Ms. I just wanted to insult Heath bars. I wanted to hear you say it.
I meant the shelf. How big is the shelf?
What's that? No, I mean the person hiding behind the topping bar. Oh, that's Daniel. He gets what drops on the floor. So I'm locked in. Is
I'm
everyone
locked in.
So we'll go to the left of Greg since Greg bought it. So Betta, what do you give a Heath?
It's boring but not offensive.
Yeah.
If you like toffee, this is like a good toffee kick to keep you going.
Yeah.
Are there better toffees? Yeah, I think the C's toffees are way better.
Yeah.
Blow this out of the water.
Yeah. Because the chocolate is better on the C's
Exactly, and
coffee.
it's probably actually chocolate. Yeah. The chocolatey coating, it smelled nice. It provided a nice creaminess to the overall experience. This is just not something I'd go for. I wouldn't say it's bad. I don't want to say it's bad. It's a little below middle of the road. I give it a 2.3.
Okay.
Wow.
I think that's a fair assessment because if you go below 2, in my opinion, it feels like you're saying it's bad.
Yeah,
And
I
I don't
agree.
want to say this is a bad candy. Compared to Crunchy,
Yeah.
wow, this is a great
All right,
candy.
let's not make more enemies this episode.
Because
I
Crunchy
already did a Caribbean accent on accident.
and Crunchy is a different type of toffee, right?
Well, Crunchy is the honeycomb toffee.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's like a god awful experience.
Yeah.
But that's honey based.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
this is English toffee, which
Yeah.
is more refined. It's buttery.
It's buttery.
So forgettable would be the word.
Yeah.
So I've actually been trying to think of like the number system of my ratings. Like anything 4 and up is really good. Anything 3 and up is good. Anything 2 and up, I think is fine.
Edible.
Yeah.
Well, I would say maybe 1. I think 1 to 2 is edible, but
Really?
not that bad. And anything
Wow.
below 1, I feel like is bad. Like for me, below 1 is bad.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
1 to 2 is still okay for me.
That 0 to 2 is relegated for bad, and it's just
you.
a degree, of, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I'll say my score. I gave it a 1.5, which
So you think it's bad?
I say it's edible. I will give it being edible, but it's not my thing. I don't like toffee that much. Like those C's candy ones, I always skip over.
Yeah.
Or I
Wow.
honestly will scrape off the chocolate with my tongue and not eat the
Jesus.
toffee. on
Well,
the inside.
would you try it now?
I've had them before.
Okay.
I just don't like it. I'm not a big toffee guy, and this is the chocolate isn't there enough for me.
Yeah.
So it's not I wouldn't even consider this chocolate, you know? Like this is not, if someone asked me, is Heath bar a chocolate sort of thing? I would almost say no, because it's all about the toffee, and the chocolate is just like a light cardigan that the toffee is wearing. But yeah, at 1.5, it's old. It's not really my thing. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So just out of curiosity, what is a 2.5 to you?
I did say that Snickers is always my 2.5, but I actually listened back and had given that a 3.5.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But a 2.5 is middle of the road. I would say a Snickers is middle of the road, or maybe something like a Milky Way, or, you know, like something that is, for me, more chocolatey based,
Yeah.
less caramel, not toffee or something like that.
And so if you gave something a 2.5, is that you saying, yeah, it's fair. It's a fair candy.
yeah.
Okay.
And this, I would say, is below fair.
Okay.
What about you?
I like these. Don't love them.
5.
5 across the board. I agree with everything both of you said. Mostly Beto, just on the fact that it's fine. It's like, it's kind of boring. It has like not exciting.
Yeah.
No elements of it are exciting.
No.
There's not enough chocolate to make
Not
it
even
like,
the wrapper.
not even. It's like bad elegant. It's fine. Like it makes sense that it's like a B grade, B roll version of a top tier candy.
I don't even think I'd put it in B. Like, I'd give it a C, which like isn't a stupid student.
Yeah, you're passing.
You're
passing.
passing. But like, do you even care?
You don't want to be like exciting?
Do you even want to go to Yale?
It's got to do some soul searching for sure.
It's got to do some soul searching and some extracurricular activities, or else it's going nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, there's always the army, baby.
Yeah.
Always they are. Which is the C of life choices.
So I'm giving it.
Gotcha.
Got him.
see you
Direct
later.
Hit. Cut to it's a war. I'm dead.
Protect
immediately.
me.
Please, Beto. Take me with you to Kabul.
So my final score for Heath is 2.5, right in the middle.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
so he
Okay,
gave it
yeah.
to
See, I
Yeah.
think that I just couldn't do it. I felt like 2.5 was just a little too high for
Yeah.
me.
For me, like, it's perfectly fine. I've eaten them before. I'll eat them not on not often, occasionally.
Yeah.
When the main flavor I'm getting is butter, like I can't give that over a 2.
Right.
Above a 2, I mean. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
like if this tasted sweeter, maybe it would go to a 2, but like it really just tasted like butter to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
that sweet.
It was very butter forward, which is why we're getting that popcorn. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting popcorn later?
Yo, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to Popcornopolis? Oh man, can I get zebra stripe? Oh, I want orangutan flavor.
Oh, discontinued.
Endangered at least, at the very least. Well, would you be excited to get this on Halloween, Beto? You know, I feel like I have seen these on Halloween, like a fun size one.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it. They're rare though.
It's hard to get excited about this candy. I would be maybe a brief moment of
What the hell's that?
intrigue.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, wow, a Heath bar.
Yeah, you'd go to like step on it thinking it was a bug or something.
But you break your foot because the toffee's so hard.
Again, I'm leaning towards no, but yeah, maybe a little bit. It's just a very hard one for me.
Yeah.
I say no. I wouldn't be excited about this. Why would I be?
You're a toffee boy.
You know, this is like almost like getting a wrapped caramel sucking candy, you know? Like it's
Like a Werther's.
a Werther's. It's like getting we can't say name brands. A wrapped caramel sucking candy. Yeah, it's just not exciting to me, and I wouldn't want it.
I'd give it back. I'd hand it back to them.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Tied to a rotten egg. I'd give it back. What about you?
I would be. They're not offensive, but I wouldn't be like, oh, jolly day.
Yeah.
23 Skidoo, there's a Heath in my trunk.
Like, it's fine. I'll eat it, but I won't leave this house until you put a Heath bar in my candy bag.
Yeah, it's just not, it's not thrilling.
Yeah, it's not thrilling.
I feel like we've been having a string of not thrilling chocolate bar type things.
Well, that's going to change in a few weeks. But yeah, a bar, that's true. We haven't had a good bar in a while. What was the last good bar Mr. Good Bar.
Mr.
Maybe
Good
we
Bar
should do
was the
Mr. Good Bar. It's in the name. It has to be good.
yeah, it has to.
Okay, so let's talk about our buying experiences. So, Beto, where did you get yours?
Could have been a mistake. but I got mine from Joann's.
Oh.
Okay, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
And oh my God, no one was buying these things. I picked one up. It was covered in dust.
Oy, ay,
And so
ay.
I went for one at the bottom and I looked at the expiration date and it still had 3 months on it.
All
So-
right.
But Greg did you did
Yes.
you dirty, and he
Yeah.
gave you
I
he
gave
gave you a
you-
fresher one.
He helped me
James,
out and I ate a fresh one with an expiration date of
of
2025.
2 years ago.
Ah,
So that did not factor into this review.
No.
good.
Well, how much did you pay for it at Joann's?
$2. It was expensive
Yeah.
because then I went to Hobby Lobby after and it was $1.70.
Which
See?
is Joann's
and they were
bully.
super clean and fresh. So
People at Hobby Lobby will eat.
That's the Hobby Lobby promise.
Yeah,
Super
Heath.
clean and fresh, as
Yeah.
long as you're not. Let's go through the list. Gay, artifact from a ancient civilization.
but damn, if you're a Pokemon fan, whoo,
Hobby Lobby has Pokemon?
Lobby. Yeah, I got a Pikachu hat.
Can we go to Hobby Lobby after Popcornopolis?
Yeah, let's go. We'll hold hands.
I got mine at Ralph's. I got a special deal. It was 75 cents.
Wow. How'd that
you
happen?
stole that.
Because I
Heath.
bought several candies for this and a future episode. So
Oh,
if you
wow.
bought enough, it was 70. And normally it would have been 125. Did you say I stole it?
Yeah, you
I
stole
stole
that
it, and
candy.
and 75 cents, 3/4 fell out of my pocket as I ran out. So it was 75 cents.
Stop me if you hate me so much.
But yeah, what about you, Greg?
I went to Walgreens and I paid $1.75 for them, and
Okay.
it was easy and clean.
I got the best
Easy
deal.
and clean.
Easy and clean. The Walgreens promise.
Yeah.
Well, we already did our plug, so why don't we go? Well, that we talked about Heath enough. We
Yeah,
did
yeah,
the
yeah.
pre-show plug. Let's go straight to the game.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm
Let's
ready.
go straight to the game. So, this is a classic
Uh-oh.
based on something we talked about. A classic edition of Is This Candy?
Oh.
The game where we all fight each other.
Oh, man.
So, a few weeks back in Candy News, we talked about the s'mores cup noodles.
Moore's Cup.
And I had asked if s'mores are candies. S'mores. That's the topic of discussion now. Are s'mores candy?
Absolutely not.
I know how Greg feels. How do you feel?
Well, we said chocolate bars are chocolate bars, not candy bars.
But
Right?
that's candy still. That falls under the umbrella of candy. I mean, a
a
chocolate bar-
is a type
A
of
chocolate
candy.
bar is a type of candy. A candy bar is
Okay.
not a chocolate
Well-
bar, but it's also a candy.
All right, fine. So chocolate bars are candy, marshmallows are candy, graham crackers are not candy.
So that's 2 out of 3.
Yeah, so it's mostly candy.
Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. And then we got not a graham cracker, but we have cookie in Twix, and Twix is a candy.
Okay.
So this is a homemade candy.
So you say it is a candy?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I would say it's a candy, but that's exactly what I think. It is 2 things that are a candy and 1 thing that's a cookie, just like a Twix. But the only
Graham crackers
difference,
are cookies?
right? A graham cracker's a cookie.
Isn't it a cracker? It's got
It's a
cracker in the name.
Let's
Yeah.
save it for the Patreon bonus episode. But what,
You could defend it as a cookie, and I'll be okay with
you're
that.
going to put a graham
It's a
cracker
sweet
in the
cracker.
same
Yeah, it's a sweet
sentence
cracker.
as chicken in a biscuit?
Sure. I mean, I was never going to, but why not?
Or, okay,
You're
I'll put it
twisting
in
my
I mean,
words.
you
Sure.
did.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
I'm not the one being canceled for that. You would put graham cracker in the same category as a saltine?
Yeah, because it's just
But it's
not a
sweet.
saltine, it's a sweet teen. Ooh, sweet teen.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
sweet teen.
He's worked.
My name is Jerry Lee Lewis.
He's working. Speaking of kissing cousins, he's working
you
on
can-
his new stand-up routine.
You can have a savory cookie.
Yeah.
Can you not?
No, what savory cookie have you had?
It would be gross, but someone could theoretically make
Okay, I mean, I could have a candy bar that's mostly goat cheese,
Yeah.
and it would be
That's
disgusting.
great. Oh,
that. I think you're pushing the envelope a little too far with that one.
We're getting 3 debates in now.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
a cookie? What's a cracker? But I don't think it's a candy. But I think the only difference between a Twix and this is that with a Twix, it's all wrapped in chocolate. This
Okay.
is deconstructed. So
Yeah.
it's almost like the cookie's on the outside and the chocolate is on the inside.
So
of the
I buy a
marshmallow.
Twix and I just shave everything off the
That's
cookie,
a cookie. You got a cookie.
and then I put it back on top. I sprinkle it on top and I eat it.
You have a cookie with sugar on top, with chocolate on top of it.
Even though it's all the same components are there, I just change the manner in which I eat it.
I think a lot of people would argue that
Because that
And I
makes
might
no
be one of
sense to
them.
me.
because
So if I like get a sandwich and I take the sandwich apart, I'm no longer eating a sandwich.
no, because I'm taking it away from you for playing with your food. But I mean, like, the nutty bar or the nutty bars that we were talking about before in the coffee crisp episode, people don't consider that to be candy, but it's pretty much the same thing as a Twix. It's a cookie enrobed in chocolate.
Yeah.
But people tell me that's not candy.
The dominance of the cookie over the candy part maybe changes that.
And there is no dominance for the cookie on a s'more or the cracker on a s'more because we just determined it's 2/3 candy.
It's like a candy sandwich almost.
What if I open-faced s'more? Now there's even less.
A smoobin?
Now there's even less cracker. Now is it a candy? What if I like my s'mores keto style and I don't have any cracker?
So you're just having a chocolate covered marshmallow that you stuck into a campfire.
Hey, but it's a candy now because there's no more cracker.
Yeah, you could convince me. Like, I am leaning more towards it is a candy, but I'm willing to say for the piece of the world that it's not a candy.
What? Wouldn't the piece of the world say it is a candy?
Well, you want the results?
Fight you
want the results from the poll. So I put this out to the infallible internet. Out of a whopping 76 votes.
Wow.
Only 3 people said that this was candy. I thought this was going to be, I was scared that it was going to be unanimous, that nobody was going to say candy. I'm getting closer and closer to joining you and saying it's candy.
That makes no sense to me. Like, mathematically, mostly candy.
Right?
It just
I agree.
Doesn't make sense.
Most people categorize them as desserts, which I feel is just a giant umbrella that includes candy. Some said confection. Calico 1991 on Instagram, I think, put it best. It's a candy confection, which is a new kind of category.
Wow. Okay.
But, mathematically, I think it is candy, though. But my heart is telling me it's not candy. But I'm kind of with you. I'm leaning candy, though.
All right.
Greg is he's been very quiet.
Let's hear, Greg.
He is staunchly on the camp of, what would you call it then?
How do you fight science? Let
me talk to my not wearing a mask right now.
Hang on, let me wipe the measles off my lips for a second.
I'm spitting up a antidote. It's a sweet. Like, it's a sweet thing. Assembly is required, so I don't think of it as a candy.
But it's a BYOC, build your own candy.
But who builds their own candy?
You get those things where it's like build your own gummy hamburgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Crab himself.
Mr. Crab makes them.
The wanted pirate.
But each part of that is candy. I'm also in the camp that marshmallow is not candy. It's a sweet.
There you go. There it is.
It's a question of reality.
It's a 1/3. It's a 1/3 candy.
Yeah, it's a 1/3
candy. If you even
candy.
Recognize chocolate.
And like,
who knows?
Do you even recognize chocolate anymore?
I recognize that you bought the Hershey's to be in the candy section. You bought a Hershey bar, right?
Right.
But when you go to the market, the chocolate chips are not in the candy section. They're in the baking section.
Well, we've had this debate
before. So like at that point, almost utilitarian as opposed to, I want a Hershey's. I want the part of a Hershey's.
Okay, but this is all just perception because people use marshmallows most commonly for cooking. We could eat marshmallows whenever we want.
Sure, but it's not candy.
What is your opinion that a s'more is a baked good?
It's not baked.
The marshmallow came from the baking aisle.
Oh, okay.
And you have to set it on fire.
Yep, you got to warm up that chocolate.
Yeah, you warm that chocolate. You got to get that marshmallow going.
And crackers are a baked good.
I guess it's kind of, it's roasted.
It's roasted.
What hurts you more? S'more is a graham cracker, or s'more is a baked good, or s'more is a candy?
What hurts me more?
Yeah, what do you disagree with more?
The s'more being a candy, because my idea of a candy is a candy that is wrapped and sold as such thing.
Yeah, packaging is a big deal. But what if they sold like prepackaged s'mores?
Covered in chocolate. The whole thing
enrobed. Dripping in chocolate.
Just enrobed. What if it's your first time making a s'more and you fuck up and you put the chocolate on top?
That sounds really good.
Whole thing's covered in chocolate.
That sounds like a better s'more.
This is pornographic. This sounds great.
Did I just make a candy now?
Yeah, I think you made a candy, yeah.
Oops, he made a candy.
Right where I'm sitting.
Well, someone we all know, Aaron, because he went through a huge s'more phase for a while. He had like s'more materials than I've ever seen anybody have. S'more materials in his car at all times.
Firewood,
s'more.
Is he born s'moreman?
He's Church of the Latter-day
S'mores?
Church of the Latter-day Crackers. I don't know. But he put Reese's peanut butter cups instead of a Hershey bar in a s'more.
Wow.
And that is like
Now what?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
What?
what?
Now and what?
And what?
That is like even closer to candy. If you're going to argue that a Hershey bar can be candy or a baked good,
Right.
depending on what the intention is.
What if I used a chocolate flavored graham cracker?
A chocolate covered
interesting.
graham cracker.
A chocolate covered graham cracker.
Then it's even more of a candy. Then it's.
But
I
like,
don't know.
is it sweet or is it a candy? That's the argument we're having right now.
Yeah.
Is it a sweet thing or is it a candy thing? Like cookies aren't candy. Cookies are cookies.
Yeah, but cookies are sweet.
Yeah, cookies are sweet though, but it's not a candy.
But it's only 1/3 cookie.
A cookie?
No. I'm talking about a s'more. A cookie's 1/3 cookie. A
You mean
2/3
cracker? I will fight you on that one to the very
Yeah.
end. 1/3 cracker.
1/3 cracker. Okay,
Sorry, they're graham crackers.
we have a
not-
common
not-
enemy here.
not
We
graham
are enemies,
cookies.
but we have a common enemy.
It's in the name. You don't even have to think.
Yeah, graham cookies.
But graham cookies, are they? Now I'm trying to deconstruct graham crackers.
I would say a graham cracker's a cookie.
Is it a cookie in cracker shape?
But they're
Oh, I see. But then why confuse the world by calling it a cracker?
The world is a
there's
monster.
probably some anti-masturbation thing that they were trying to go for. And they're
Did
like
you say anti?
anti-masturbation because like how cornflakes
Yeah,
were.
What?
It's not working.
We got to give them another thing.
Hit him with another dose.
But yeah, because cornflakes were supposed to like keep people pious.
Really?
That's how they were introduced. Of like people are masturbating too much, they got to eat more cornflakes.
Wow.
I don't know what the thinking was exactly, but that was the thinking. So maybe graham crackers were like, we got them not doing it in the morning, but now in the afternoon they won't stop.
Yeah.
So that we got to give them a snack to keep them, and they're not graham cookies. That's too pornographic.
Yeah, that's too hot.
We'll still call them graham crackers. It might be something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't. Well, what is the final word here? I'm gonna have to say it's not candy, but I am heavily leaning towards it being candy, and I will support you when everybody comes against you. I will stand
on the
next
floor,
to you.
on the Senate floor. When you're up there
Yeah.
saying it's a candy, he'll quietly be like, "Me too."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I am staunchly, it is a candy, and you could make minor tweaks for you weirdos to make it even more of a candy.
Right.
Like the fact that those tweaks exist, I think help my case. That get rid of the cookie, remove one cracker, cover it in chocolate. You can modify it in any way you need to justify it in your weirdo mind.
However you get to sleep at night.
Yeah.
I think that you could push it that experimentation so far that I would be like, okay, well, there's a lot of it that it's gummy. There's some of it that is like you got a bunch of Mambas as a cracker. You solidified them into a square shape.
Yeah.
You have gummy bears lined with it.
Wait, gummy bear line. What is going
Let me
on
draw-
here? We're turning Mambas into crackers.
Yeah, hold on. Let me draw it for you. So you solidified it. Gummy bear, gummy bear, gummy bear, gummy bear, gummy bear.
He's drawing a picture of him kissing his cousin.
Yeah.
If you got something you consider candy and you put it in between two pieces of bread, just hear me out.
Right, like a fluffernutter
Candy
sandwich.
sandwich.
Candy sandwich.
Sandwich.
Is a s'more not a candy sandwich?
Therefore,
candy?
no, you're right. Okay, here's another thing. If you have a bologna sandwich, you don't say I'm having a bread and bologna. You would say I'm having a bologna sandwich.
Exactly.
The bologna's inside. If a s'more, you're saying, is a candy sandwich, you don't say I'm having a candy sandwich. You're having a candy sandwich. You're not
having a s'more, you're having a candy sandwich.
Yeah, you're not having a s'more, you're having a candy sandwich. So it is candy. By that logic, yes, it is.
I don't know.
If you consider a marshmallow to be candy.
Which I do.
That is the
Yeah.
kicker.
I
Yeah.
very much do. I feel like we have the full spectrum here of autism. You are candy. I am middle leaning candy. You are staunchly anti-candy.
But if you give me enough money, I'll be on any side you guys need me to.
Well, Greg is in the pocket of Big Cracker.
Yeah, Big Cracker.
Which is Uncle Cracker's uncle. Well,
wow, this episode, man.
you know what?
Ooh, Jesus.
Was
Knives out.
Yeah. Wake up, dead man. You won me over further and further towards your side on this debate. I think that was the longest debate we've ever had.
Yeah.
I was expecting both of you to be staunchly anti, and I would have had to be the one to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
No, that shit's candy, bruh.
You heard it here.
It's not candy.
No. You heard it here.
You didn't say anything fast enough.
Well, that's our Heath episode.
Yay.
A house divided will stand for 2 more weeks.
For 2 more weeks.
So, go try some. Hey, Let us know what people already let us know.
Yeah.
3 people are on your side.
Yeah.
A little bit my side. Most people are not, but yeah.
So, yeah, that's a lot of people who don't think it's candy.
That's a lot of people who are wrong. So we'll see you in a few weeks. We got a big one coming.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
big one's hitting.
Maybe the biggest
a
one.
huge one coming.
Huge.
Yeah. So, we'll see you for that. And hey, meet you in the middle.
Hey, just let me know in the comments, graham crackers or cookie. Bye.
Bye.
That'll be a debate for
Cookies are crunchy.
Yeah, cookies are crunchy.
Cookies are crackers. Apparently. Cookies are crackers, ... apparently. Is what the Patreon show is going to be called.
The shrugging emoji.
Yeah. It's a really long title, but
Yeah.
it's good for the SEO.